Hey, Can Fam. Sitting here at the Can Fam Roundtable, and we're going to review The Flash Part 2. If you can remember, I shouted out my man Mike on the first one, and I got my man Mike and his wife, lovely wife Jocelyn, sitting here, and they're going to do the review with me for the Part 2. And like I told you in the first one, I'm not a DC fan by nature. I used to love DC back when I was 7, but as I got into the comic books around eight or 9, I got more and more Marvel, and then when Marvel started making movies, I just got away from DC altogether. They made a couple of bad movies, and I, just drifted away from them. The reason why I like Marvel better is because of the stories. They get more personal with the character instead of them just beating up people. But this Flash, the reason why I like this, and I told you I liked it in the first one, the reason why I like this Flash movie is because they got very, very personal this time with the Flash. And they really talked about his life instead of just him beating up people and fighting and running fast. Okay? When I first got to it, I had very low expectations because number one, I didn't like the character, the person that was playing the Flash. I wanted them to use the guy from the TV show. When I heard it was this guy, I just was like, well, it's gonna bite. But he actually did a pretty good job. What you guys think?
All right, so you want to start?
No, you can go ahead and start.
Okay, so I think part of the problem with Ezra Miller's performance in Justice League was Ezra Miller's character was more of a joke as opposed to just a contributing member of the team, and it didn't come out right. They gave him all the awkward things to do in the movie. Like, he falls down and has this really doofus look on his face in Justice League when he's like in front of Gal Gadot's character, Wonder Woman. And he just didn't know what to do with his head and his eyes, so he kind of looked all over the place instead of her. And it was uncomfortable. It was not funny. So I wasn't impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I found out there was going to be a Flash movie, my thought was, why? Because I wasn't very impressed with Ezra Miller's performance. When I saw the Flash, I was thoroughly impressed. I actually believed that the older Flash and the younger one were two different people. So the acting right off the bat was impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told you before, I was thoroughly impressed with the aspect of, wow, if I'm this annoying, no wonder nobody really wants to talk to me. I don't want to talk to me right now. So I thought that was done very well.
Yeah, I like that part too.
Exactly.
I really did.
Exactly. So I didn't have too many complaints at all about this movie. I think this is probably right underneath of Zack Snyder's Justice League, their second best movie right now. So
I'd have to say it's their best movie.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I would put it as their best movie. I did have one thing. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but it was one thing that they could have, to me, they could have revealed the villain sooner.
They put him in just long enough, kind of in the middle-ish.
Yeah.
When he decided he was gonna try to travel back and see if he can change some of the events that got him to where he was, and to address the death of his mom.
And always, in all these movies with time travel, it never works out. They keep on talking about, you're not supposed to be talking to yourself, but that was hilarious. I thought with him talking to his younger self, and then when he found out how annoying he was, he like, oh my God, was I like that?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. It shows some maturity that grew up there.
Right. Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
One of the things about The Flash, also the movie, it wasn't just the Flash movie, because I was anticipating seeing how they were going to bring Michael Keaton's Batman / Bruce Wayne into it. I thought it was a good idea the way they did it.
Out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
Oh wow, I give it 5 stars.
Give it a whole 5.
I was
Okay.
I was thoroughly impressed.
Okay. Jocelyn,
I
5
give-
stars.
I give it 4.5.
4.5. 4.
The storyline, like I was able to guess that the Flash was that was himself dealing with.
You
himself,
might have been the only
know,
one
I
on
know,
that though.
okay. But I was
You
able
and
to
Quinn, the
guess,
only one.
okay. I was able to guess that, and but I still enjoyed the movie, and I also liked that DC Comics is coming to they're coming like Marvel in the storyline, and I like a good story.
Yes.
With my comics and action and stuff, I like to be taken on the journey and for the ride.
I have one question for all of you.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage is Batman.
Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna let you speak on that if you like.
Now I'm gonna let you go with that.
All right. So a lot of people don't know Nicolas Cage was pushing really hard to play a Superman character. Like late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in that. He had done some test footage and everything. So the image that you see in the movie was taken from some of the test footage they did back in the day. The long hair, I don't know what the deal was with the chest hair showing and all kind of jazz. That was a bit more than that. Was not really PG-13 at that point. Yeah. Also, I was good with seeing all of the Superman over the years in that scene. I thought that was pretty good.
So did this one, the Flash had an after credit that was actually good?
Oh yeah.
So y'all think it was like on Marvel level good, or you think DC still got?
It was for me.
It was for you.
It was for me.
I'm gonna say it's close to Marvel. I'm out of 5 stars. I'm giving it 4.5 stars as well. I think the story was great. The ending, like you say, with the after credits, excellent. Not quite on Marvel level, but it's getting there. I can see a pattern that it's just going to get better and better with these guys, and I think Marvel better keep their game tight because DC coming.
And it's going to be personal because James Gunn came from Marvel.
Exactly. So we're going to wrap it up, Cam Fam. This is the end of this segment of the round table. We'll see you soon.